All right, so are you ready to get a little fiery today?
I think I can handle the heat.
That's what I like to hear.
Hmm.
I love a good metaphor. And this one today is about fire.
Sounds intriguing already.
So the song we're tackling is Fire in My Hands. And yeah, it's got that soft rock, electronic music kind of vibe.
Right up my alley.
But don't let that fool. Yeah, this song is dealing with some seriously heavy themes.
Oh, yeah. Like what?
I'm talking power, creation, destruction, and, oh yeah, whole lot of regret.
Well, sign me up. I'm always down for music that makes you think. What's the first thing that jumps out at you about this song?
For me, it's how they use fire, like not just literal flames.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
It's woven through the whole song as this powerful metaphor for ambition and knowledge, but also the burden that comes with those things.
It's almost like fire itself, right? It can be a source of warmth and comfort, but it can also be incredibly destructive.
Exactly. And that duality is at the heart of this song.
So where does this fire metaphor start?
Well, right from the get-go, the opening verse sets the stage with this speaker who sees the world through atoms small.
I like that line already.
And they're dreaming big, they've got this vision, and it's that fire in my hands that's going to make it all happen.
You can feel their drive, right? It's like those scientists and inventors who pushed the boundaries of what's possible, even if it meant facing unknown consequences.
It's giving me Oppenheimer vibes already.
Totally. But even in that first verse, there's this sense of foreboding, like a warning sign.
You're talking about that line, a new day with a price to pay.
Yeah, that one gives me chills every time. It's like they know this incredible power comes at a cost, and then that feeling just gets amplified when we hit the pre-chorus.
Those whispers of the speaker's name and echoes of lives undone are starting to haunt them.
Yeah, it's like their conscience is starting to whisper doubts. They're becoming aware of the ethical implications that maybe this fire they're wielding is getting a little out of control.
And then boom, the chorus hits, and it's like this emotional exploit.
It's like the weight of their actions just hits them all at once.
Right. Was it right? The speaker asks. They built the bomb, they lit the sky, but now they're left grappling with the consequences. It really makes you think about those pivotal moments in history where innovation and destruction were intertwined, for better or for worse.
It's like that age-old question about fire itself, this incredible discovery that revolutionized human life, but also gave us the capacity for immense destruction.
Totally. Or even in more recent times, the development of nuclear energy, the potential to power the world, but also to unleash unimaginable devastation. This song really captures that tension in human progress. It's like the speaker is standing at a crossroads, holding the power to create and destroy, and they're not sure which path they've actually chosen.
And then in the second verse, that weight of responsibility starts to really crush them. They're carrying the weight of knowledge, this burden of what they've unleashed on the world. The lyrics paint this picture of someone struggling to reconcile their ambition with the consequences of their actions.
It's like they're trapped in this cycle of creation and destruction, and they can't escape.
And those questions they keep asking, what have I done? What have I seen? It's like they're desperately searching for answers, trying to make sense of the chaos they've created.
It's like they're haunted by the things they've seen, the lives they've impacted.
And then there's that line about standing between the future bright and the darkest night. That's the duality of fire all over again, the potential for both good and evil.
And the speaker is caught right in the middle of it all.
They hold the fate of the world in their hands, and it's a heavy burden to bear.
And speaking of fire, it really takes center stage in that haunting chorus. The world is burning, the speaker sings. And what was once a symbol of creation and progress now feels like a raging inferno.
It's this stark reminder that even with the best intentions, our actions can have unforeseen and devastating consequences.
And it's like that realization is sinking in deeper with each repetition of the pre-chorus. Those whispers and echoes become more insistent, the guilt eating away at the speaker.
Absolutely. There's this growing sense of urgency, too, like the clock is ticking. Remember that line from the second verse? The hourglass is nearly gone. Time is running out for the speaker to find redemption or to set things right.
It's almost like they're running out of time to control the fire they've created.
And then we hit the bridge, and things take a really dark turn.
I'm talking about that line, I am become death, destroyer of worlds. It's a gut punch every time I hear it.
Talk about chills. It's like something straight out of the Bhagavad Gita, where Krishna reveals his true form as this terrifying force of destruction.
And the speaker, realizing the magnitude of the destructive power they now wield.
It's like they've become the embodiment of that destructive force, like they've crossed a line they can't come back from.
And the lines that follow, we reached too high, we flew too fast, and the die is cast. It really emphasizes this sense of inevitability, that maybe their ambition has led them down a path of no return.
It's like they've lost control of the very fire they created, and now they're just along for the ride as it consumes everything in its path.
And then we come full circle, right back to that haunting chorus.
With that question hanging in the air, was it right?
It just keeps echoing, doesn't it? The song doesn't offer any easy answers, leaving us to grapple with the implications ourselves.
And that's what makes this song so powerful. It forces us to confront these uncomfortable truths about human ambition, the potential for both creation and destruction, and the responsibility that comes with wielding such immense power.
Even the outro, with the repetition of the fire in my hands and that final unanswered question, leaves us with this feeling of unease, like the fire is still burning, both literally and metaphorically.
It leaves us with a question, a challenge, really. What fires are we holding in our own hands today? Are we using our knowledge and abilities for good, or are we on a similar path toward destruction?
That's a thought that will stay with me for a long time.
Me too.
Thank you all so much for joining us today for this deep dive into Fire in My Hands. It's one of those songs that sticks with you.
Absolutely. And it's definitely sparked a lot of thoughts for me.
Until next time, stay curious and keep those metaphorical fires burning bright.
But be careful not to get burned.
Couldn't have said it better myself.